academic reading skills are different from leisure reading skills. They involve identifying new ideas, understanding different perspectives, and developing your understanding about a particular topic. Many students are overwhelmed by the reading list and wonder how they will ever read through all the books in it. You don't normally need to read every book, or indeed whole books. What you need to do is identify and follow up key ideas. There are different approaches to reading that will help you to read effectively and stay focused on your studies. It is worthwhile spending some time on developing your academic reading skills, as this will help you to focus your reading and will save you time. Take some time to think about why you are reading. Is it to explore and understand the subject in greater depth? Is it to obtain specific information? Or merely to complete an assignment? It is helpful to identify relevant information sources. The reading list in your module handbook provides a good starting point. Your lecturers may provide you with additional reading materials during a lecture or on the module resources section on Tandel. This is always available for your reference. Here are some different reading approaches. What you do will depend on whether you are learning more about a general area for foundational understanding of a subject, or whether you are reading specifically for an assignment. Scanning. Scanning involves looking at the item to decide whether or not it is relevant. Check the introduction, conclusions, contents page. Look at pictures and diagrams and the index. This means you can quickly assess the content and decide whether or not it is relevant for your purpose. Skimming. This enables you to identify specific information that may be useful to you. Skimming involves using the index to check the contents of the information sources and then surfing through specific sections or chapters. Deep reading. This involves reading whole sections, chapters, or a complete book and is an active process. You may be making notes or a mind map. As you are reading, you may be thinking about how your findings relate to a question raised in a tutorial session or in an assignment. If you are reading your own materials, you may mark relevant passages with a highlighter or pen or post-it notes, but you should never make any marks on library materials. You can photocopy chapters so that you can make notes on the text. You can photocopy no more than one chapter of any book at a time. Critical reading involves evaluating the information source and criticizing it. You may want to compare it with the works of other authors, assess the methodology, or criticize it in the light of your own experiences. Critical reading is time-consuming, and it is worth spending time developing this approach to reading. Students who are critical readers often do well in assignments. Here are some strategies that will help you to develop your academic reading skills. Be active. Think about why you are reading and what you want to gain from the information source. Choose the right time. You might find that you are more alert during the morning and that by evening your attention span is short. Read at times when you are most alert. If you are not in the mood for actively reading something, do not do it. Place the book to one side and tackle another task until you feel ready to read the material more effectively. Organising and planning your timetable will help you to locate the best times for in-depth reading. Work in the right environment. You should be somewhere quiet where you feel comfortable. Choose a place where you will not be interrupted. Make sure that you are able to make good notes during the reading process. Reduce your distractions. Turn off the television, your mobile phone, the music that's on in the background. Be selective. Do not think that you should read everything in depth. Time will not allow you scope to approach in this way every book, journal, newspaper, or lecture handout that you will see during your period of study. Don't be afraid to experiment. Pick a journal article and read it, adopting each of the techniques to demonstrate to yourself what can be achieved from each strategy, and if in fact there was much more to be gained from more detailed reading than a simply skimmed read. Use a wide range of sources. Relevant sources may include friends or members of staff, watching a relevant TV programme, keeping up to date with current affairs information and resources on the internet. All of these may lead you to books or articles you otherwise have not found. The art of reading is closely related to note-taking skills, of course,